Okay, welcome back to episode 7 of the TCG series. So as you can see by the title and the thumbnail of this video, we are finally doing the long-awaited playtest session. Now, before we jump into the actual playtesting, where you're going to see the full game, I have some disclaimers to talk about. Now, the first disclaimer is I've never filmed a TCG duel, so it's really hard for me to know where to put the camera, and I put it way too high up thinking I'll be able to get the whole field. And when I look back at the footage, because I put my phone like on the ceiling almost, and then couldn't really see what I was recording. Look back at the footage and it was so far away, so as you're going to see in the video, I've had to like crop it in and zoom, which has caused the quality to be quite bad. But at the same time, this TCG duel was so important, I don't want to refilm it in like fake reactions. So even though visually it's not the best quality, I do put cards up on the screen in this video so you can see them in HD. You can pause and read them. But I'm really sorry for the quality. I didn't know if it was going to be that bad. And next time I know not to put it like 3 meters above the playing field, because then you have to zoom in and it goes blurry. So that's the first disclaimer. The second disclaimer is after this session of playtesting I also did about 2 more matches with different rules and different setup. And I didn't film them because 1, I didn't have the storage to film them on my device, and 2, I wanted to just not talk during it. I wanted to just play it and then just see what's working, what's not working. I didn't finish one of the games, it wasn't working, but I do want to talk about at the end of the video after you see this session. But a lot of you guys don't know that I'm quite a perfectionist, so this video with like minimal editing, no cutting out really, all I've really done is cut out any like non-talking parts and just kept the video as it is. So I try to keep this session as raw as possible, but you're going to see every single move, every single thing I talk about is all in there. If you guys want to watch this on like 1.25 speed, maybe do that, maybe get some popcorn, maybe listen to it in the background. But yes, as of right now, this is a playtest. This is Tidal Hurricane versus Infernal Calamity. Enjoy the playtesting session, and this is a video. Please comment down everything, feedback, what you like, what you don't like, tips for me, literally anything. I want the video to be filled with comments of feedback. I will be writing everything down, replying to everything, so if you have any feedback, now is the time. So without further ado, please enjoy this playtest session. Okay, so today we're going to finally playtest my card game. And again, I'm not sure if it works, if it's fun, if it's functional, but we're going to try it together. And in my head, it works, but we're going to see and we're going to test it together. So we've got our 2 decks. We've got our Infernal Skull Rider. We've got Hurricane Toad, which you now know by the last video that I put up are called Tidal Hurricane and Infernal Calamity. So for the card game, all you need is the 2 decks. We've got the dice. Again, you can use paper if you haven't got a dice, but I recommend something for counters. Again, this is not like a rules video. This isn't how you play. This is a play test. It's just going to be if my game works, seeing how it works. And if it doesn't, we can tweak it and make it so it's the funnest TCG there is. All you want to do when you start the game is you want to take your Grand Guardian and your shrines, how many you have. I've got 4 in the starter deck. Put them to the side. And then you want to shuffle your deck. Got both decks shuffled. You want to have them just like you would for like Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of a good card width apart. So you've got a front row and a back row. So you've got 4 shrines here, and you can only choose 3. So you've got to choose one you like most from the abilities. And I think for this one, we'll just go 1 of each to make it easier. Go 1 of each of these ones. So normally the one I put 2 in are the one that's themed around a deck. So this is an Aqua deck. So therefore there's 2 Aqua Shrines. They're not technically types, so they haven't got elements, but they do benefit the element. So this one benefits Aquas. And then again with the Infernal Calamity deck, again you've got 2 Dragon ones, but we're just going to choose the 3 separate ones. Okay, so now we've got our cards in place. So you've got your 3 shrines, and then you've got an extra blank space here and here for something. You've got your deck, and then you've got your void pile, and then you've got 1, 2, 3 guardians, and then you've got 2 resource cards, which you can kind of place anywhere on the field. In the arena, I haven't kind of worked that out yet, but we will figure it out as we play, but you can play 2 resource cards. Okay, let's roll to see who starts. So odd fire deck, even water deck. Okay. I keep calling it water and fire, it's Aqua and Inferno. I should try and be different. So you're going to start with 5 cards, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you've got a max limit of, I think it's 8 I wrote down for the end of your turn. So when you end your turn, if you've got more than 8 cards, you have to send some to the void until you have 8. Right. Okay, so That's 5. We'll draw this one, which should be 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so good at this. 5 of this one. Still make the nice sound. I hear it in the mic. Some card ASMR for you. Okay, so let's start the game. So because water rolled the even, we shall start with aqua, not water. I'm going to mess it up so many times. If I ever say water or fire, just it's aqua and inferno. I'll get used to it. I'm such an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player. Okay, so the way you start the game is you have to have a rank 1, which you can see by the little symbol there. And you can play it anywhere on these 3 slots. You can play it in attack, you can play it in defense, you can play it face down attack. It means it can't attack anything, but if you want to attack into it and you're weaker, you will die. So kind of like when you're in Yu-Gi-Oh! Attack a defense card, if the defense card has more defense than your attack, you take damage. Instead of taking damage, your attacking guardian would just die, get sent to the void. So I'm going to start with my Ronin Croaker and place him in defense in front of my Kraken's Reef Shrine. So the Kraken's Reef Shrine increases all aqua type guardians defense by +50. So if he's got 400 defense, he now has 450. Now again, you can use counters for this, but I don't think anything's drastic enough where you need them. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're doing equip cards and stuff, I feel like just a quick read of the equip card, you can kind of gauge what is added to it. So if you want to use counters, you can. I don't think you need to. I don't want to add any extra cost to this game, but if you have like the Pokemon counters, like the little ones, you can probably add them to it. But again, you don't actually need to. So I'm going to also discard and sacrifice 3 aqua guardians. Nope, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Okay, so once you've played your card, on your first turn, you can't attack. As far as I'm going to play it, obviously I wouldn't want to just instantly be able to attack one of the shrines. That would be very broken. So once you do all you've done your first turn, you can't attack, and that's it. You can only play one rank 1 at a time. So I don't know if you want to draw for turn on the first turn. That guys might have to like put that in the comments, but I think I might draw just to have it in the game. Just try it. I think draw first turn, so you got 5, and then you got 6. And as you can see here, we have a counter card with this little symbol, which goes face down, kind of like a trap card, but only triggers on certain effects. So I couldn't just whip that up whenever I want to on the next turn like Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to, for this one, you'd have to attack an Aqua Guardian for me to activate this card. So we will put that face down here. I think that works. I think up here on the monster row maybe works best. Still not too sure how I want the field laid out, the arena. Oh my god, I keep calling the wrong things, but the monsters, the field, the arena, and the guardians. Okay, so we're going to put the counter card here for now. This is the aqua field still. Right, and we're going to move over to this turn because we can't do anything else. Okay. Right, let's see what we can do here. So in my head, you can only attack in the column you're using. So for example, if I play Twinferno who has 300 attack, obviously he can't attack a Ronin Croaker, so there's no point me putting him here. So if I put him here, he can attack this shrine, and then this shrine would take 300 damage. But I think I'd also be allowed to, so you can only attack the shrine in your column, but you can attack any monster you want to, any guardian you want to. So if he's here, he could technically attack Ronin Croaker if he has an attack mode and take him out, or he could attack this shrine and then do 300 damage to it. I don't think he should be able to attack this shrine if he's in this column, is what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to try that for this one and see how it goes. And I might even change the rules like mid-match to see what works best. But as of right now, if Twinferno's played here, he can only attack this shrine, but he can attack any monsters / guardians on the field. I think that works. So if I play Twinferno, it's got 300 attack points. His ability is, before you attack, you can flip a coin. If heads, this card can attack twice. If tails, discard 1 card from your hand. So that's definitely a worthwhile thing to do. I haven't got a coin on me, so I'm going to go for odd or even. So let me roll the red dice for the Inferno deck. So if I roll an even, I can attack twice. If I roll an odd, I have to randomly discard 1 card from the hand. Okay, odd, so I have to get rid of 1 card. So let me just roll and see what number I get. 1. Okay, so my Candy Floss Dragon gets sent to the void, which is very sad. There he goes. So I can attack once still. Nothing bad happens apart from losing a card. So I will attack the Celestial Shrine. Now, with your Stone Wyvern, it increases all Dragon, all the Draco types attack points by +50. So your shrine will take 350 damage, but because it got counters, I'm not sure I'm going to do this yet because I might get rid of the 50s. Because you've got 500 HP on each shrine, I might do it so it rounds down, if that makes sense. So if he's got 350 attack, it rounds down to 300, because I feel like it might get confusing having to do 50s. Or you can write it on paper, where you could write like the shrine's health and then you cross it out and put up something under. But I did playtest that last time I had the game, and it was really annoying to have to keep track of like 3 different health bars at all times. So for now, we're going to do 300 damage and leave it at that. So that was turn 1, I guess, turn 1/2 overall. I think we'll end with a counter card of my own. I keep acting like I'm playing this and I'm like, of this deck and then this deck. So, right, so this deck has ended its turn. Let's draw and see what we get. Stormcaster. So, what I thought about having a fun mechanic of the game was in this slot here, which is next to Shrine, which is on both sides of the arena, you could play a card. And for example, if I want to play Stormcaster down here, I can't use him, he's not a defense card, he's not an attack card or anything like that. But eventually, if I have, let's say, a level 2, I could put it on top of him, at level 3, and then a level 4. What you could then do is when a Shrine gets defeated, you can then choose, so let's say this Shrine got defeated and knocked out, I could then say, right, well, I'm now breaking the seal, and this one comes out. And then you can summon it that way maybe, because I feel like getting your higher rank monsters out undefended is going to be quite difficult. Just maybe a rough idea. And then once all 3 of these shrines are taken out, that's when you bring out your Grand Guardian, who will have to be like your last line defense, who has HP and attack. You either hopefully kill all these shrines and then maybe let you win the game, or he just perishes and then you lose the game. But I feel like it's a good way to have a final boss. And I know someone in the comment section did also point out your shrines should almost like rotate. It's like when it takes 500 damage, it rotates until he's gone. That makes sense. So you've got like 3 lives, he'll rotate, and then he's gone. So I'm not too sure how that's going to work, but I am open to trying that as well. It sounds quite fun. So what I will do with my Stormcaster is I'll play him, activate his effect. When he's summoned, you can stun 1 Guardian on the arena for 3 turns. So I would choose stun to Inferno, and a stun card, I mean, nothing really to, I guess I can put them upside down maybe, so they can't attack for 3 turns, and it's 3 of the turns in the game, so it'd be I end my turn, end your turn, and he's free again. So it's just 3 turns altogether. And when he's stunned, I can't, didn't reduce the attack points or anything, so I can't take over him. I'm going to put my Stormcaster here, so if he is freed by any chance, Stormcaster is now defending my Celestial Sanctum. I hope that makes sense. It's like I'm just spouting a lot of words out. So you can also use 2 resource cards. So I've currently got a counter card down here, but you should be able to have one over here as well. So if I have another resource card, so it says 1 turn, so I'd have to keep that on the field the whole turn. In my turn it goes away, so I couldn't spam loads of resource cards every single turn. And I'm not sure if that's going to be a full-time mechanic, but I think that could be quite different to how normal card games play. So if it's on the field for a turn, I can probably place up to 2 maximum per turn. So, and this card, Wind of Change, it changes the stance of 1 Guardian on the arena. So if I want to, I could change him to defense and then attack over him and get the victory. But since the Twinferno has been stunned and cannot attack, I'm going to move Ronin Croaker to attack mode, which means he can now attack straight into this shrine, and Stormcaster could attack Twinferno and they could both be wiped out. But since he's stunned, he's not a threat. So I'm not going to do that yet, because currently I don't know what's in his hand. If I'm this player, I have no idea what's going on here, so I'm not going to risk leaving my field open. So I'm going to attack with Ronin Croaker to the Celestial Sanctum, and then do 250 damage to that, which will round down to 200. Now, I feel like that doesn't make sense too much with the game. Having the 50s in there, but I'm not sure. I like having a stat that's not just 100, because it feels a bit more unique to some of the cards, especially since like the cap really is like 1,000. So you don't have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. It doesn't really feel like there's a lot of variation there. But I guess we will see as we play test. It should be interesting, I think. But let's end my turn. Once you attack, by the way, once you attack with all the guardians you want to attack with, your turn ends. Like Pokemon, once you finish attacking, that's it, it's done. So let's draw a card from this deck. We've got options here. So when you rank up a Guardian, so as you can see, this Guardian is rank 2, which means they're 1 level higher than rank 1. So what you can do is if you rank up a Guardian on the field, all their negative effect disappears. If I ranked up to Inferno, he would no longer be stunned, he would be free to go and just kind of attack straight away. And whether you're cursed, stunned, I think there's one other one, I don't know if there's another one, but if there is, there you go. As of now, it's cursed and stunned. You can get rid of the effect and then you're good to go. So what I will do is, instead of having to Inferno stunned, we will rank him up and promote him to rank 2. which, unlike Pokemon where you evolve, this one is more just like any rank 2 can come from any rank 1. So even if this was in this deck, it could be a from a frog to a fire serpent. It doesn't matter. As long as the rank's 1 level higher, you can rank it up. Unless the card says otherwise, where it's like skip a rank, which I don't think I have any cards in the decks that do that. But again, you might see some of those in the booster packs. But yeah, the decks are meant to be as basic as possible while still having some like strategies. So if I rank up Spitfire Serpent, all his effects disappear, back to a normal card, and then again I can attack if I want to. So I think I will. Also, if you rank up, you can still play another monster, another Guardian. So I can still summon a card. So I could bring down my Runaway Deku. So if this card is destroyed while face down, add 1 copy of Runaway Deku from your deck to your hand. So face down would be like this. So you don't know. So this player doesn't know what this is, and if you attack into him, I can summon another one from. I can add 1 copy from my deck to my hand. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play him here and attempt to get some damage onto this shrine. So I'm going to attack Spitfire Serpent. I'm going to attack Runaway Deku into this shrine, which would be 200 damage. So let's grab dice, which is 200 damage. And then I'm going to use Spitfire Serpent, who has the ability, when this card is summoned, send 1 card, then 1 Inferno card from your deck to your Void. I'm going to summon, I'm going to send 1 Inferno card, so it's beneficial. So if you have this card in your hand, Void Rescue, you can literally bring out anything from the grave, from the Void. So if I send even one of the strongest Inferno cards, like one of my Great Storm Kaiju, that's not Inferno, my Infernal Hydra, then if he's in the Void and I use Void Rescue, I can bring him back out. So it's a very, very, very good ability. Maybe a bit too broken, but I will see with playtesting. I think I'm going to send, let's send Infernal Hydra to the Void. And you shuffle your deck. Every time you look for your deck, like every TCG, just shuffle it, make sure it's all mixed up. Okay, so now, Spitfire Serpent is going to call an attack on the Stormcaster. I think I activate my counter card, which does, when your opponent attacks a Aqua Guardian you control, destroy the attacking Guardian, add 1 rank 1 Aqua Guardian from your deck to your hand. So if he's attacked my Aqua Guardian, which is my Stormcaster, shown by its Aqua type there, the Spitfire Serpent is destroyed, and I get to add, nothing in the Void yet, there we go, I get to add 1 Aqua Guardian, rank 1, to my hand. Anyone I want, so I think I will choose, let's see. I'm going to go with a Ronin Croaker. And there is a little synergy here with Ronin Croaker and one of the other cards, so I'm going to see if I can make that work in this playtesting. So add it to your hand. It's still this player's turn, so since we've attacked, all we can do now is either end our turn. So this player now goes 2 Void Rescues. Annoyingly, we haven't got anything to rescue, and you can't rescue something from the other opponent's Void. As handy as it would be to bring out one of these strong cards, I don't think that'd be very balanced, because this game's not so much about getting like big monsters on the field, it's like working up to them. So being able to just pull out big monsters, big guardians from your opponent's Void might be a bit of a broken mechanic, but we will see. So I'm going to do a cool strategy here that you guys can give me feedback on, and I thought about it literally like when the cards were being cut out and arriving, because I wanted a way to be able to summon big guardians and not having them being stuck in your hand all the time. As you can see here, I'm going to play Ronin Croaker, who is a rank 1, so you can play him. Now I want to get my Sensei of the North out, but he's a level 4 guardian, so that's going to be very difficult, then going from 1, 2 to 3 and then up to 4. It's going to take a while, it means the game might be quite slow. So what I thought would be a cool mechanic would be to have, you could stack your rank 1s or rank 2s or rank 3s to equal the number under the rank of the Guardian. So if I stack these 2 up, this would be a rank 2 monster, rank 2 Guardian now, so I can play rank 3 over it. If I stack these 3 up and they're all rank 1, that would equal rank 3. So I could then put a rank 4 Guardian on top. So let me know what you guys think of that. I think it'd be quite a fun mechanic. I think it's one of those things where definitely playtesting with other cards in the deck we have to figure out. But I think it'd be quite fun to be able to almost like have these Guardians stacked. So the whole mechanic is like stacking the Guardians, and there's only one way to do that right now, and that's ranking up. It could be cool to stack your Guardians by actually physically stacking them if they're going to equal a rank 2 rank up. So let me do an example. So Runaway Deku is here. I have Ronin Croaker placed here and Stormcaster. It's very important the way you can't move what column I can't decide to switch these cards around. There is cards in the deck that can do that, called like reposition, where you can reposition your arena. As of right now, I think it's best if we rank up our main Guardian onto Ronin Croaker over here. So now he becomes a rank 3. Now, the only problem with this is now quite a strong Guardian out. which might make the game a bit unbalanced, because he's got 800 attack, which is very strong compared to, you know, Runaway Deku's attack. But there is a lot of cards in this deck that can destroy stuff with abilities, so I don't think it's, we're going to try, I don't think it's too much for detriment yet. So we will attack into Celestial Sanctum, so 500 HP from 200 HP is 0, and then 600 HP, so he's on his last life, and he's got 400 HP left. Does that make sense? So he had 200 HP left and it hit 0, and he went to 500 HP and that hit 0 to 700, and then another 100 is 800, and then that was the last damage. So once this hits 0 now, this shrine is gone. I hope that makes sense. That might be a bit confusing. Again, obviously there will be a rule book and there will be like rules and stuff that you can read. Maybe I'm not explaining it the best because I'm still like, I'm actually learning as we're playing. But I think that makes sense. So shrines technically have 1,500 HP in like 500 HP bursts. So if I wanted to heal up the shrine, I couldn't heal it up past its 500 threshold. So it's not like you're constantly healing loads of damage off your shrine. There are a few cards that heal shrines up. I don't want to be too overpowered. So we're going to stick with that. So when this shrine hits 0 on this dice, it's gone forever because it's had its 3 lives. So now I've attacked, my turn ends, and it's over to the Inferno deck. Okay, we actually drew a very, very good card here. So this one's called Collision Comet, one of the newer cards I drew. So you can send the card from the arena to the void, inflict 200 damage to a shrine on your opponent controls, which is very good. So if I had him on the field on the arena here, and I sent him to the void, this took 200 damage, doing a good amount of damage to it. But it didn't help me with the Sensei of the North. So what I'm going to do is play my Vortex resource card, and then this will destroy all guardians on the field, every single guardian, and each player will take 100 damage to their shrine. So, you know, it's a good way to clear the field. It's kind of like a dark hole thing, but it means that you take a lot of damage. So this one now has 300 HP left. This one has 400 and 400 on their first lives. So another 100 damage to this shrine there. Okay, so currently this side is losing, but the field's now clear for me to play down my Collision Comet and play him here to attack the Kraken's Reef, and that will knock him down a life, so he's back to 500 health again. I hope that makes sense. That's my turn done because I've attacked, and we will see what I draw. Okay, so Brittlebug. Brittlebug's ability means if I play him, I get a card to my hand called Starlight Cocoon. But what I think I might do is actually play him to the arena and then activate my Winds of Change resource card. Allows me to change the battle position of one guardian on the arena, putting the Collision Comet to defense mode. And sadly, he's got 0 defense, so we're going to activate Brittlebug's effect. So when he's summoned, probably should have done that beforehand. When he's summoned, I get to add 1 Starlight Cocoon from my deck to my hand. Where are they? All of me grouped up. Nope, there he is. Okay, so it's very important that you can't rank up on a guardian you play that turn, so I couldn't rank up Brittlebug if I just played him. Again, like Pokemon, you can't evolve the first thing you play, so you have to be patient. Otherwise, I could just spam Starlight Cocoon into its strongest form, which wouldn't be very balanced. So Brittlebug now has more attack than Collision Comet. So before I attack, I'm going to activate my Void Rescue and then bring back a card from the Void. Now, this is what I'm not sure about, because I could just bring back my strongest monster right now and really like mess up the opponent. I'm not sure if I want to balance that card to be like a lower rank guardian, like bring back one rank 1 or rank 2 guardian. But I think because I haven't written that at the moment, wrote that, I'm just going to bring back my Sensei of the North over in this column. So now I will attack Brittlebug into Collision Comet, and that will destroy him. Because he's in defense position, the shrine takes no damage. So if Collision Comet was in attack mode and he attacked Brittlebug and the difference is 300 damage, this shrine would take 300 damage. If that makes sense. But because I'm in defense mode, nothing takes any damage. It's just obviously in defense mode you can't actually attack anyone, so it makes it, the downside is that you can't attack, but you're defending your shrine's HP. And then with Sensei of the North, I will attack the Stone Wyvern, which is 400 damage, and then 500 health goes down, and then another 400 damage to make 800, which leaves them on 100 HP. Again, it might be easier with paper and pen to calculate these HPs, but it just depends. Like in my head, I can work it out fine, But if someone who's not good at maths or doesn't visually understand what's going on, maybe like paper and pen to write down the HPs, like a whiteboard so you can rub out the HP and stuff would be easier. Or I could just have it so it's 1,500 HP and they don't like turn. I feel like it's a good indicator of like where you are in the game, so I currently know now that this side has better shrines because I've got one upright, one sideways, one upside down, and upside down is the worst one, but I've got 2 upright and 1 sideways here, so I currently can see that this side is doing better. But again, I'm not too sure about that, but we will see. So now in my turn, Void Rescue goes to the Void, and this side draws. So we've got a counter card here. When your opponent declares an attack, negate the attack and add attack points to one of your shrine's HP, and this can't exceed the max HP. So now we're in the predicament where these shrines, I have nothing to defend them, so obviously it's just bad drawing, bad luck drawing stuff. But I wonder if there's a way where I can have it so if you're in this position with nothing to defend, you can get something out. I don't think there is. Obviously the goal here would be to get rid of these shrines and the Grand Guardian comes out. So I'm going to stick with that for now and just say this is an unlucky draw. So I'm going to play one of my counter cards face down and over to this player. Okay, so I think I'm going to rank up my Starlight Cocoon. And if this is ranked up successfully on top of Brittlebug, then you can add one of the moths or butterflies to your hand, which is Skyward Butterfly, and where's the other one? Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Here, or Nightmare Moth. I'm going to choose Skyward Butterfly because I feel like once that Grand Guardian comes out, I'm going to want something to defend myself a bit. So again, you can't rank up on a card that has already played this turn, so I can't instantly put her on top of Starlight Cocoon. But next turn, I can. So add it to the hand. We're all good there. And just in case anything goes wrong, I'm going to bring out my Potsum Panda as well, who's a rank 1, so I can play him straight away. And then, let's see, if I have Sensei of the North attack the Stone Wyvern, this then takes out this shrine. Out the game, it's done. And then Potsum Panda will attack the Volcanic Golem, and then we can end our turn. We've attacked with everyone who can attack, so it's over to this side. So we've drawn a card that says, choose a Guardian on your arena, search your deck for a Guardian that has 1 rank higher than the chosen card. Now sadly again, we've got no Guardians, which might be a bit of an issue when it comes to how many Guardians you draw. You seem to be drawing a lot of resource cards in the deck rather than actual playable Guardians, which is an issue. So again, this side can't actually do anything. So let's move over to this one's turn. We shall rank up Starlight Cocoon into Skyward Butterfly. Now since Sensei of the North over here, he cannot attack any of these shrines, but he has an effect where he can. This card can attack all your opponent's shrines directly for 100 damage each instead of my normal attack. So I will call my attack with him. So I'll attack this for 100, attack this one for 100, and then I'll have Potsum Panda attack again for 100 on this shrine, and then Skyward Butterfly will attack for 600. So that would be down to dead. That shrine is gone. Okay, so now I attack with everyone. This turn begins here. Okay, we actually have a card this time. So we have Puny Punishment here, increased attack of all rank 1 Guardians by 300, which is very good. But currently we need to be able to play a resource card, and we haven't got any space because we've only got these 2. So we can't play any resource cards. What we can do is play Collision Comet and then attack Potsum Panda, taking him out, doing 250 damage, which rounds down to 200 on this one. And then that's it. That's all we can do with that turn. So we'll draw a card. Okay, we drew Fortune Draw, so I'm going to play it in my resource spot. Fortune Draw, which actually remains there till the end of the turn. Draw 2 cards, and if you draw Fortune Draw with this card, you can draw another one. Okay, we didn't draw Fortune Draw, which is okay. So we now have a space we can put down our Spring Jaw. So what I'm going to do is have Sensei of the North attack Collision Comet. And with that, we can activate our counter card. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, negate the attack, and add the attack points of that to one of your shrine's base HP. So Collision Comet is safe, Sensei of the North attack doesn't go through, and he increases attack by 800, which will max back out to his 500. So this shrine is back up to full health, which is good. It's what we need because we're going to need some help here. And then I can attack Collision Comet with Skyward Butterfly, which sadly will take him out, doing 200 damage to the shrine. And then Spring Draw attacks again, doing another 200 damage to the shrine. So back to where we were, but it would have been a lot worse if I didn't have Collision Comet on the field. So we'll draw another card, which is the Lucky Flying Pig. Now we do have a strategy we can use here. So I'm going to play the Lucky Flying Pig on the arena. And then activate promotion. This now levels up one of my guardians to the next rank above it. So if I'm rank 1, I can then summon a rank 2 on top of it. Now I'm not too sure which one I want to use. I think the Magician might be best here. Or yeah, we'll go with the Magician. So my Magician will play to the field. So when this card is summoned, you can flip a coin. If heads, add one resource card from your deck to your hand. If tails, this card is cursed. So I can show you this because I want to show you how cursing works. So we're going to flip for odd or even. Okay, even. I can't show you how curse works. So when he's summoned, you can roll a dice or flip a coin for heads or tails. Add one resource card to my hand. Now I've been really careful here because I've got to choose the right resource card. And it needs to be a really good one to be able to take out the other side of the field. I'm not too sure which one I want. I think Void Rescue might be the best. Now sadly I can't play it this turn because technically I've got promotion on the field. So that's where it comes into the strategy where if you've got your resource cards on the field, you can only play up to 2, which means you've got to manage them quite well, which people might feel like it's not very fun, which might change, I guess. Okay, so Magician has 500 attack. He's going to choose to take out Springjaw, doing 300 damage to this shrine, so tilt it once and then do 200 more damage to it, giving it 300 health. And then over to this side. So I think we might nearly have game here. So if I play Void Rescue to bring back from the Void my Stormcaster. Now I'm not sure if I want a summon ability to activate on a return. Like if I bring them back from the Void, I'm not sure if I want their ability to work through that. So as of right now, I'm going to say no. And I might find a special word for it, because obviously Yugioh, you've got special summon and you've got summon. So if I just act like everything's a summon, it means the ability to keep going off. I don't want that, so I think I will leave it so the ability just doesn't work. But I'm going to bring back my Stormcaster, and then Sensei of the North is going to attack. No, we'll have Skyward Butterfly attack Hat-Trick Magician. So he gets sent to the Void, and then Stormcaster will attack for 300, turn this card and do another 200 damage to 300, and I'll use my Sensei of the North's effect to attack again for another 100. So getting very close to losing on this side and summoning the Grand Guardian. But luckily last turn we pulled out our Void Rescue, which means we can bring back any Guardian from the Void, and I will choose to bring back my Hat-Trick Magician. And the reason I'm doing this is because he's a rank 2, and I've just drawn a rank 3, so I can rank up my card, and then if this card was destroyed in combat, the attacking Guardian loses 200 attacks. Whatever Guardian attacks this will also lose a lot of attack points. And I will swing into Stormcaster, or I could take out Skyward. I'm going to take out Skyward Butterfly for less damage, but it will still mean that that's one of the strongest cards gone. Now, since Skyward Butterfly had 600 attack and he has 650, no damage will be done, which again might not work with the 50 thing, which is a bit annoying, but again, this is what playtesting is for. So we will end our turn after we attack, and Void Rescue goes to the Void. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, just as a backup, I'm going to place one Guardian down here, which I can then start ranking up. And I'm going to put Ronan Croaker in defense over here. And with the Kraken's Reef card, with his defense, he can withstand, well, we've got 450, so we can't take any attacks, but if it's a weak Guardian, he can. And I will attempt to destroy Skull Guardian with Sensei of the North. And I think this card comes in handy now from the start of the game. When your opponent attacks a Draco Guardian you control, destroy the attacking Guardian, add one rank 1 Draco Guardian from your deck or Void to your hand. So if I activate that, Sensei of the North is destroyed, which means I can then add a Draco from my deck or Void to my hand. I think I've only got a few more rank 1s left. I think I'll add my Twinferno to my hand. And since nothing else on the Aqua side is strong enough, I have to leave it there. So the turn ends, that goes to the Void, and I think we'll end our turn there. Okay, Sorcerer's Shield, so it's a very strong card. I'm going to play Twinferno on this side of the arena, so he can attack into that. And I'm also going to play my Sorcerer's Shield, which has 1,000 hit points. So again, you can use dice, it'd be double 5 to make 1,000, or a 6 and a 4, whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to use Skull Guardian to take out Stormcaster, which will do 300 damage to my Celestial Sanctum. And then I have Twinferno attack into the Phantom Knight, which is 300 damage, so he's down by 1 the first time, which means he goes down to 4, which goes there. Okay, and then that's all we can do. So I guess I can rank up my Guardian down here, and I will activate my promotion resource card, which means I can rank up my Ronin Croaker to a rank 2 Guardian. Now, I'm not really sure what rank 2 Guardian is going to help in this situation, but I do have one left. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where is my... There he is, Soaring Tanuki. So I rank up into Soaring Tanuki. Now, when this card is played to the arena, when this card is summoned, you can choose and activate one of the following effects. Deal 200 damage to one of your opponent's shrines, or deal 200 or heal 200 damage to one of your shrines. Now I could heal my own shrines, but I feel like I'm getting so close to taking this one out. I'm going to deal 200 damage to the golem, giving it 1 life left. And then I'm going to use Soaring Tanuki's attack and do 400 damage to this card. So once you have to get past his 1,000 health before you can attack this side of the arena. Once that card loses 1,000 health, it goes to the void, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna end my turn there. Right, okay. So Shinfu, the Crimson Thief, I'm gonna play him to the field. And then I actually might go for a big win here. I'm gonna play Puny Punishment, which means all rank 1 Guardians for 3 turns while this is face up, gain 300 attack. So this one goes 600, this one goes 700. It's actually the strongest card in the field right now. So 600, I'm going to have Twinferno attack Soaring Tanuki, which will take her out, dealing 200 damage to this shrine, which is the difference between 600 and 400. So 5 down to 3. There we go. And then I'm going to have Shinfu the Crimson Thief do 700 damage to this one. So 500 and then down to 100 health left. This is taking a real big comeback actually. Skull Dragon can attack this shrine, which means that this shrine is now destroyed. Now, since this shrine was destroyed, I can either choose to summon this card or I can keep ranking up. Now, I will choose to summon it because its defense is, and it has to go above the shrine that was destroyed. So the defense of this card is 750, which is stronger than any of this one's attack points. So because I had this card down here, I was building it up. It means that when the negative happened on my shrine being destroyed, the positive happened that I could summon out something I've been working on. So that's a little, I think that's a good way to maybe rank up your Guardians safely. And then, but the only way you can ever get them out is when you lose the shrine, which could be straight away, it could be a long time from now. But I think that's probably the best way to do it. So nothing else can attack. So we will draw a card. Okay. So I'm going to summon my Cryogon to defense mode on this side of the arena, on this column. And when he's played, I can add 1 resource card that lists a water, that lists an aqua type in the name. So I think I'm running out of those. We have got 1 left, which is Tidal Wave, which is a really good counter card. So I'm going to add that to my hand, and then I shall play it face down on the arena, just like so. Right, I can't actually attack with anything, so I'm going to have to just end my turn and just hope that nothing else destroys my cards. Okay, I will... So now, because we've got Puny Punishment on the field, which has got 1 turn left, so it'll be this turn, my turn, this turn, and it's gone. So it's only got 1 turn left. I didn't put a counter on it, I apologise. But yeah, so it's got 1 turn left. So if this is the last turn, all my cards have over 300 plus attack. Didn't actually help me though, because nothing can destroy Cryogon. Nothing can destroy Starlight Cocoon. But I will have Shinfu attack Cryogon. But on that attack, I'll activate my Tidal Wave, which again destroys the attacking monster if they're attacking an aqua card, and then it means I can add 1 level 1 rank 1 Guardian from my deck to my hand, which I'm running out of those as well. Let me add, I don't think I have any left. Don't think I have any rank 1. I guess if you haven't, oh, I have got 1. Springjaw. Okay, it's my last, my last rank 1 Guardian. Yeah, so Cryogon was saved, Tidal Wave destroyed Shinfu, and I will still attempt to attack Skull Dragon to Cryogon to take him out. So he is now gone, and then that's it. That's all this turn can do. So I will send that to the void, and I am now back to normal attack points with Twinferno. So Twinferno could have attacked the Phantom Knight, but I feel like getting rid of my side of the field now is probably more important. Right, so Fortune Draw. This could be near the end for, I think, the Aqua deck. It's taking a big comeback. So draw 2 cards, and if you draw Fortune Draw with those 2 cards, you can draw another card. Didn't draw Fortune Draw. But we did get Springjaw, who can't actually attack the shrine right now, which is quite annoying. Maybe we save him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Stormcaster and then activate my very own Puny Punishment. So again, for 3 turns, all my rank 1s gain 300 attack. So he's rank 1. So I will have him attack, but I just remembered we've got our Sorcerer's Shield here. So that 600 damage goes straight to the shield, which will then take it out. So that shield is gone, which might leave my card vulnerable actually a little bit. I didn't think about that, but on his summon, I will choose to stun the Skull Dragon for 3 turns. I keep forgetting he has that ability. It's very, very, very good. I've got to imagine like he's like summoning down lightning to strike them and like stunning them is what I'm thinking with that ability. So if I attack with all my cards, Fortune Draw goes to the void, and then we draw another. Okay, this is really good. This might have us the game maybe. I'm going to activate Fortune Draw with this deck. Let me draw 2 cards. Okay, I drew Lucky Flying Pig and Guardian Gateway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to activate Promotion, which will promote my Guardian who's stunned from level 3 all the way to a level 4. So I will choose to bring on the Great Storm Kaiju, one of my strongest cards. So the effect is this card cannot attack shrines directly, which I don't know if it's too like bad, the effect. It's only because he's got so much attack, he's got like nearly as much attack as a Grand Guardian. But I will see with playtesting more if that works. After this match I'm going to do more playtesting. I won't film it because I'll be like doing like speed throughs, but I will playtest more after this game. But okay, so I've summoned that, and then because we ranked up, technically we can still play another Guardian this turn. So I'll play the Lucky Flying Pig in this spot, and I'll have him attack the Kraken's Reef, which will sadly take out Kraken's Reef. Which goes over. Where am I going? No, flips over. That's what I'm doing. There we go. And then Great Storm Kaiju will get rid of the Stormcaster buffed attack, so Twinferno can't take him out. And then I'm going to flip a coin with Twinferno to see if I can double attack the Phantom Knight. Okay, a 5, which means I have to discard 1 card from my hand again. Not much luck here with Twinferno, but I'll attack him for 300, knocking him down to 100. So really, it's quite even, well, not even on the arena, but even shrines now. Very close to having 1 life left, and that one's got 1 life left. So I will draw for turn, and then I'm going to set this card face down, and I'm going to show you a cool strategy here. So actually, let's not play that face down. I'm going to activate Reposition, which will reposition 1 Guardian in my arena. So I'm going to push my Starlight Cocoon over here to defend my Phantom Knight. And since he's been repositioned, I can now use this spot to play my Springjaw. Now, as you can see, Springjaw's rank 1. Puny Punishment increases rank 1's attack points by 300, giving him 500 attack points. So get rid of these. I don't want these on the arena. I will forget to do this hard because I'm like doing 2 games. If it was just 1 player, I'm sure they would remember to take him off the arena, but I'm so focused on like everything going on. So Springjaw now has 500 attack points thanks to the boost of this card. He can attack directly into shrines, which means I can attack into Infernal Volcanic Golem, which takes him out. So these shrines were all defeated. So normally that would be game over. It would be victory for this side. But another person suggested that once the shrines are all gone, your Grand Guardian should come out with a health bar. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to take away all these Guardians are all destroyed, and then down comes the big boy, Infernal Skull Rider. Now this is a very, very good card, if you've got the right cards I guess, but send 1 Inferno and 1 Draco Guardian from the arena or your hand to the void, inflict 500 damage on the opponent's shrine. So even before I attack, I could just instantly destroy a shrine, which is very good. Currently I have nothing in my hand, but if you did have something in your hand, it would be good. So he's got 2000 HP. So again, probably this one's probably easier to write down, but I'm just going to do 4 dice of 5, so I can see 500 HP each, makes 2000. And I'm going to put them, I want to be able to see the card, put them over here like this. So got 1200 attack, 2000 HP. Once that HP bar is gone, the game is over. But I've attacked with Springjaw, I've used all my cards up, it is now Inferno's turn. So we've got, and this card is also gone, that's 3 turns down. Again, I didn't put the counter down, but mentally I remembered that it was done. So, Venomous Virus, I'm going to put this, I'm going to play this side, So I want to be able to attack into this shrine. So I'm going to use Infernal Skull Rider to attack Starlight Cocoon, which again easily wipes them out. And then Venomous Virus will attack the Phantom Knight, knocking it down to 500 HP. Now, as you can see, what was I going to say? As you can see, I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, as you can see, here he has a thing that says 3 turns. That 3 turns only takes effect if you use a seal. So here I've got a Tidal Seal. So at any point in the game, if I have a Tidal Seal, I can discard 3 Aqua Guardians to summon out my Grand Guardian. So the benefit to that is he comes to the field early, he's very, very strong, got good abilities, but he's only on the field for 3 turns if he's summoned with the seal. If he's not summoned with the seal and he's summoned with the back row, he has HP bar instead. So again, that will be in the rule book. It's just something I'll explain now, that if you summon him with a seal, he has 3 turns. If you summon him when the shrine's destroyed, he has a HP bar instead. Hope that makes sense. So I've attacked Venomous Virus, I've attacked Infernal Skull Rider. It's now the turn over here. So I'm going to put 1 card face down on my counter cards, and then I will activate Promotion on Springjaw, increasing his rank by 1. And I don't think I have a rank 2 actually, so I might not be able to do that at all. I do not have a rank 2, so I can't use Promotion. I'm out of rank 2s, which means I probably need to add more rank 2s to these decks. Let me have that down here. Let me keep Promotion up here. Okay, so it's not looking good, but I'm going to have Springjaw attack Venomous Fire. No, because there's no point doing that. I'm going to have Springjaw get some damage off on Infernal Skull Rider, knocking him down by 200 HP, is what I think will be good there. Because at this point, I kind of want my shrine to disappear, so I can bring up my Grand Guardian. So the strategy can be here that, like, I know that my monsters won't be able to take out the Infernal Skull Rider, so maybe getting my Grand Guardian out now would be the best choice. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to attack that and end my turn. Okay, can't use that card right now. So again, I'm going to have Venomous Virus attack the Phantom Knight. Now, with the Grand Guardians, I think it seems fair, they can attack anywhere on the field, on the arena. So obviously if this was a normal Guardian, they can only attack the shrine in front of them. But with the Grand Guardian, if he's summoned here and I can't attack over here, obviously the game just ends. So I think the Grand Guardian should be able to attack anything once the field is cleared here. So once he attacks whatever's opposite him, I think he should be able to attack anything on the ground, on the back row. I think that makes more sense than just having him be locked into doing nothing. So if he now attacks Springjaw, there's no shrine behind Springjaw, so nothing takes any damage, but now the field is clear, ready for him to attack next time. Hope that makes sense. So let's draw and see what we get. Oh dear. Okay, we're gonna defend with Brittlebug and just hope for something good to happen. And then draw a card. I'm gonna draw Fortune Draw, which will play to draw 2 more cards, which are Void Rescue and Reposition. So I will activate Void Rescue with my second resource card and bring back, I don't think it matters too much, I'm going to bring back the Great Storm Kaiju. So again, he can't attack shrines directly, but there's no shrine in front of him anyway, so he's just a very strong monster right now. I will have Infernal Skull Rider attack Brittlebug to take him out, and have Venomous Virus take out Phantom Knight. So now, this side gets out its Grand Guardian, which is the Hurricane Toad. Now, this is a very, very, very strong one. So, before my attack, you can draw a card from your deck. Guardian, if it's a Guardian, this card's increased by 300 attack this turn. If it's a resource, heal 4 and damage one of your shrines. Now, I made this ability in assuming that you're going to summon him with a seal as well. But I guess once he's out, drawing a resource card will do nothing now, so I might have to do something with that. Maybe like heals himself a bit of damage. I think would be also quite cool. Like instead of healing a shrine, he could heal himself for like 300 damage. But again, I can work that out in playtesting. So now that turn ended. Hurricane Toad was destroyed, was summoned, so I can now bring up. Okay, like obviously can't play that. So I will use Hurricane Toad to. I guess the best option now is just to take out anything that's going to be too strong. So Great Storm Kaiju is very powerful, and I can take him out. And sadly, Hurricane Toad will get 300 more attack points because I drew. Oh, I've got to draw a card. That was my normal draw. So before I attack, I'm going to draw a card. It's a Guardian, so my attack increases by 300 points. So if I now attack, I'm attacking the Great Storm Kaiju. Because if I don't attack him next turn, these two will attack Hurricane Toad, and I won't be taken out actually. The Venomous Virus I will be taken out. So that's 1,200, 9. Oh, I'll be fit. Yes, I would be taken out. Okay. I'm going to take out Great Storm Kaiju and just hope I have a few more turns left in me. Okay, I'm going to set 1 card face down, and then I need to add my health bar to this. So this one has one has a lot of dice, so it's 2,000, so it's 2,200, so 6, 12, 5, and 5. Okay, so I will attack with Venomous Virus for 100 damage, and then attack with Infernal Skull Rider for 1,200 damage, which is quite a lot more. So left with 900 HP. This is a great comeback by the Infernal deck. It was looking all hopeless. But it does make me happy that it works as a comeback as well. Like Pokemon, if you're losing, you normally just like slowly start losing and you can't really do anything to get back. With Yu-Gi-Oh, you can pull certain cards and the game can be flipped instantly. But that's definitely more what's happening here. Also, it's very, very important to note that Grand Guardians can't be destroyed by destruction effects, so I can't just play Vortex and destroy all Guardians in the arena because that would just be game. The only way you can destroy these Grand Guardians is by taking out the HP bar. Unless the card maybe states in the future, like, you know, this card destroys Grand Guardians, which would be quite broken. But as of right now, there's no way to destroy Grand Guardians unless you take out the HP bar. So I'm gonna, before I attack with Hurricane Toad, I'm gonna play my Lucky Flying Pig down here, and I will draw a card to see what it is. The Abyss Leviathan. Very good card, but probably not what I need right now. I will attack Lucky Flying Pig into the virus. Now, when I attack the virus, I get control of the virus over here to my side of the field. It becomes, you know, my side's like a virus. It takes up one of my spaces. It's not a very good card, but again, it will now take up a spot on my side of the field. And I will attack Hurricane Toad into Infernal Skull Rider. And because I drew a Guardian, I get 300 more attack points. Oh, should I do... Hang on, let me think, because I might be able to go back and do some strategies here. I think I can get a strategy off. Okay, let me try this. So, the card destroyed in battle bases. Okay, so I could do is I could use the own monster against him. So I've got 1,300 attack right now because I drew a Guardian before I attacked. So if I attacked into 1,300, that then does 1,300. So he has 500 HP left. And then I'll attack with the Lucky Flying... that's not going to work. I was going to attack with Lucky Flying Pig into Skull Rider and do 200 more damage. But I think that might be game because Hurricane Toad can't attack anymore. And I have no other way to play any other Guardians. Okay, I have to end my turn. I think that might be it. So, assuming this card does nothing, my Infernal Skull Rider shall attack the Hurricane Toad. Now, I do have attack one here called Drainage. When your opponent declares an attack, negate the attack and add the attack to one of your shrines. But since there's no shrines available, I guess I can't use this because it didn't say and add, or it didn't say just negate the attack. I guess no, I didn't. Well, I don't think that would work. So Infernal Skull Rider is going to attack Hurricane Toad, taking him out, and this side is victorious. Okay, I know that game was really long. I don't know if that's what I want them to be that long, but I feel like the game works fundamentally. It is definitely a slower game. I think even if you learned it off by heart, it would still be a slower game. Maybe given the shrines less HP or less, maybe like 2 lives or something. Maybe even 1 life. I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I think it was really fun. Again, I'm still learning. Some of the rules I made up as I went and just kind of working stuff out. But I'm not sure how much I'm going to show of the playtest, whether I show all of it or whether I show like bits cut up and then like kind of like a voiceover montage of what's been happening. But overall, I think the game works. Like, it functioned. Nothing got to a point where it was broken. There was a way to make a comeback with the deck when I really thought the Inferno deck was going to lose. I think I even said it in the recording. I was like, well, this deck's done, but it came back and actually won. The Grand Guardians don't seem that overpowered because their abilities are very situational. I think definitely his ability needs to be buffed because I think once he's out of the game, like at that point, not to have many monsters left anyway, they may change the abilities to be a bit more less reliant on like what's in your hand. But I do think having Hurricane Toad's ability was pretty balanced. I didn't see anything broken with it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So let me know what you guys thought of the playtest in the comment section below. And yeah, I will see you for the next episode, which will be something. But okay. Okay, so I don't know if you're still here, if you're still watching, or you've skipped to the end. As you can see, the playtest session went well. There was a few things I forgot to do, and like some damage calculations I didn't do, but that made a difference or not, I'm not too sure. Again, this was just kind of like a fun, just seeing if the game worked at its bare like minimum. But it was really fun to see like the Tidal Hurricane deck start really strong, and then kind of start like destroying the Infernal Calamity deck, and then it kind of had a comeback, which I really want. I want my games to be able to have comeback features. I know a lot of TCGs, and I talked about this in the video, like Pokemon, once you start winning, it's very, very hard, especially modern modern Pokemon. Once you start winning and getting a good lead, it's really hard for the person to get it back. More of a Yu-Gi-Oh basis, where like if you're losing, you could pull like 2 or 3 cards out your deck that kind of like turn the whole tide, which is what happened there. So that was really, really cool. I really liked it. Unexpected, but I liked it. I also really like the feature of the Grand Guardian coming out once the Shrine's destroyed. I'm sure someone commented that. I really like that idea. Thank you so much for that feedback. And I didn't think the Grand Guardian seemed too overpowered. And they're in the field, I think, for a collective of like 3 or 4 turns, which seems pretty fair because the duel's at that point nearly finished. So I really like that feature of it. I really like that. So I might keep that with whatever we do moving forward. Maybe tweak it a little bit, tweak the abilities a little bit, maybe the power scaling. But overall, I like that feature a lot. Now, some negatives about the duel is I do think the pacing was a little bit slow at the start. I know a lot of duels start slow, but I feel like because it's really hard to get your bigger creatures out faster, it makes it feel a bit slow. But I think I'm just comparing it to like modern card games. If you take it back to all the way like old school Pokemon, old school Yu-Gi-Oh, those were slow to begin with, which is kind of what I've gone for with this game. I prefer playing the old school card games. I'm not much of a modern player because everything's too quick for me. I can't mentally keep track of it. So I think it actually works well for me. As a broader audience, I'm not too sure if you guys would want like a more fast-paced game in general, or you guys prefer the more simplistic, stripped back like 2000 and like 6, 7 version of Yu-Gi-Oh. The other thing is I think I need more rank 2 Guardians and less higher rank, maybe just even like 1 rank 4. And if you guys want to build a deck around higher ones, you can pull them booster packs and stuff. Maybe keep 1 rank 4, 2 rank 3s, and maybe like 5 or 6 rank 2s. I feel like I was playing a lot of rank 1s, but then I couldn't really do anything with them. So that's why I invented the stacking mechanic where I could like skip phase 2 and just go straight to rank 3 and 4. So I think I definitely need more rank 2 Guardians in the game. But overall, it's the first proper playtest. Again, I've tried this game out when it's like played differently a few times, and at that point the fire deck was destroying the water deck, so it's kind of nice to see a bit more balanced here, and now the game has been reworked quite a lot, so I'm quite happy with it. Again, I'm going to playtest it more. I'll probably playtest after I record this. Okay, the last thing is, after I did this playtest, I did 2 more. So I did one that lasted about 10 minutes, and I tried to like change a lot of things up, and I got bored of it. It didn't work, so I scrapped it. And the other one I did, I played a whole match of it, and I actually really enjoyed it. Again, there's no footage of it. I didn't know it worked so well, so I didn't think to record it. It was just me like trying out an idea in my head. The other idea I had was stripping it back even more simple. So instead of having 3 shrines with like mediocre abilities, you have 1 shrine with way more HP, let's say like 2000 HP, 2500 HP, with a really good ability, and you choose, so you can still have like 4 shrines in your deck, but you choose which one you want to use for that duel. And that 1 shrine defended by, again, your 3 guardians, in which case you have to get rid of all the guardians to get to the shrine. There's no like column system. And then behind the shrine, either side is like resource cards that can like benefit the shrine, like in particular, so it's almost like a boosting area. And then you'd have your normal like others 2 slots for destruction. So you'd have 3 guardians at the front, you'd have 1 shrine, you'd have 2 resource cards next to the shrine, and then 2 resource cards on the other side, like how they were normally, which is where you put your destruction ones, your counter ones, but the 2 resource cards around the shrine would like benefit the shrine, like a shield, maybe a health boost, maybe the shrine could have like a one-time attack it could use or something like that. And I was just playing, again, I made up some of the rules on the cards, like I actually just changed the abilities in my head to kind of like fit this gameplay. But it was really, really fun. It's kind of a different feel, and the game went a bit quicker, but it was really, really fun. So I'm not sure what I want to do in terms of going forward, but if you guys like the sound of that idea, I will record it next time. All you need for that one is just 1 number calculation, so you just write down whatever the HP of your shrine is and you just cross it off, like life points with Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess, but you can also use damage counters depending on what you want. Then the 50 stats, which were in my attack points to begin with, they didn't really work with this current version of the game because it was really hard to do maths on like 3 different shrines. So I think if I'm going to keep the 50, I have to kind of transition into the other version of the game I played after this. But again, you guys can be feedback. Let me know what you think about what I just explained. And if you do like the direction of the card game, please let me know, like if I'm going the right direction with it. Again, I'm not rushing anything. This doesn't need to be out at any point. Like I'm not being like, right, there's a deadline, we need to get this done. Not at all. So you guys give me all the feedback you can. I will tweak it. I will playtest more, find a better angle so it's not so blurry. And if you guys enjoy the video and enjoy the playtest and watch all the way to the end, comment down below. I really, really appreciate that. And if you guys want to see more playtesting, maybe at the end of each video, I'm not sure how that works, make every video so long. Maybe I do like a playtest once a month and you guys get to see it. I'm not too sure, I haven't really decided yet. But yes, let me know if you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on, message me on Instagram with anything you want to talk about, and I will see you on the next video, which I don't know what it'll be now because I've done the playtesting. So it's just more behind the scenes stuff. So I hope you enjoy that, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.